Welcome to this edition of Windows and Mirrors, a podcast from the Division of Equity and Inclusion that is designed to showcase the diversity of the Berkeley student body. With us today, we have Divany, who is in her first year here at Cal, and Jordan, who is just about to finish up his time as a bear. Please join us as they discuss the importance of stories in connecting our student bodies, and even share some of their own.
So, Divany, what do stories mean to you, and what do you think their importance is in connecting a campus like Cal with more than 30,000 of them?
Stories make being a student here at Cal more realistic and more personal. I know as a freshman, when I was trying to get to understand Cal more, I was receiving a lot more of the material that the university put out and not from actual students on campus. And I feel like by listening to stories and by listening to those of the students at campus, you get to understand the university more and understand the people that you're going to be interacting with when you get to the university.
And Jordan?
I think stories definitely kind of make the experience more, relatable, that you can kind of relate to what someone is going through, what they're experiencing, and I think it kind of helps your journey as a student here at Cal. It just kind of reminds you that, oh wow, if they did it, then I can do it, or I definitely relate to what they've experienced, and it's pretty beneficial. So I like stories because it definitely it tells you more about that person. You get to know more about that person, and you get to see how far they've come, and you can connect your experiences to theirs.
And then, do you guys have just a story that you feel sort of defines who you are, or has influenced your trajectory in life, and you find it foundational, to where you are?
I would say for me, it was a story that my father always told me. When I would walk to junior high, every day he would walk with me and he would always tell me stories about his time in Nigeria. And my dad was a businessman in Nigeria who worked in a pipe mills industry. And he told me about a time where his co-workers and him weren't necessarily working along the best, in the sense that his co-workers weren't given the adequate amount of help that he needed in order to get the job done efficiently and effectively. And my dad told me his boss said to him, "Mr. Chidunma, if you think that I don't know what these people are doing, you must be kidding yourself. I know exactly what they're doing, but your best isn't good enough." And when my dad initially told me that story, I was irritated because I thought that his boss wasn't very nice. And then I thought about it somewhere and I was like, wow, okay, that just goes to show that in some situations, there are going to be people that don't necessarily work best with you or may try to hinder you. But in real life, you can't necessarily always go to someone and complain about it. So you just have to keep pushing and plugging away. And I feel like that's what I've done for a lot of my time here at Cal. Just keep pushing myself so I can get exactly what I want.
I guess I would say it used to be a personal story that I didn't really want to share, but I've kind of come into my own at Cal, and I'm really grateful for that because it's allowed me to really own, embrace, and accept this identity that I carry, which is identifying as queer. And that was the summer where I was working at Unit 1 as a summer conference clerk, and it was also so I came out to my family the day before the Supreme Court ruled that gay marriage was legal across the country. And I'll never forget that weekend because it was definitely a really affirming weekend, knowing that I had the love and support of my parents when I did come out to them. And it was also Pride weekend, and I just feel being here at Cal, being in such a liberal space where there are a lot of open-minded people. You have the queer community, you have resources like the Gender Equity Center here on campus. There's so many people that I've come across that have allowed me to really be more open and more unapologetic with my identity, that I'm really grateful to have had the privilege of meeting here at Cal, and just knowing that I'll have those relationships beyond Berkeley that'll help me to just continue to be unashamed and unapologetic in expressing that identity.
Thank you so much for listening in today, and we hope you'll join us again next time on Windows and Mirrors. Goodbye for now, and go Bears.